In order for us to find love, a part of us must die.
Ooh,
Or
wait.
anything-
Why do we need to die to find love, or part of us?
Because anything that's not love in us must die.
Have you ever wondered why love, the most sought-after experience, often remains the most mysterious? In the intricate dance of human emotions, Dr. Joe Dispenza emerges as a guiding light, revealing the profound connections between our minds, hearts, and the journey of love. His revolutionary approach, embraced by millions, uncovers the hidden truths of neuroscience and human potential in shaping our relationships. So, through Dr. Dispenza's insights, how do we find love? How do we let it transform us? Well, let's find out. In the world of love and relationships, a profound transformation awaits those who dare to journey inward. This transformation, as illuminated by Dr. Joe Dispenza, is not just about finding love in the external world, but about a deep internal metamorphosis. He says, in order for us to find love, a part of us must die.
And in order for us to find love, a part of us must die.
This invites us to consider a powerful concept, the death of parts of ourselves that are not in harmony with love. This idea is not about physical demise, but rather a metaphorical shedding of the layers that hinder our capacity to love and be loved. It's about letting go of the old paradigms, the negative self-beliefs, and the emotional baggage that we've carried for too long. These are the aspects of us that past hurts, disappointments, and fears have shaped. They are the shadows lurking in our subconscious, often dictating our reactions and relationship choices. The journey to authentic love begins with a deep and sometimes challenging self-analysis. It's about identifying and releasing those parts of us that are steeped in negativity, fear, and doubt. This process is like tending a tree. We make room for new growth by trimming away the branches of past traumas and limiting beliefs. It's a process of purification, where we consciously choose to let go of what no longer serves us. With time, you'll realize that love is not just an emotion or a feeling we seek from others. It's a state of being that starts within us. And, well, falling in love with oneself is the first step towards falling in love with life. This goes beyond being a mere uplifting phrase. It serves as a fundamental cornerstone for constructing healthy, fulfilling relationships. Falling in love with yourself is falling in love with life.
Falling in love with yourself is falling in love with life, right? And falling in love with life is falling in love with yourself.
But self-love is often misunderstood. It's not about ego or self-absorption. It's about acknowledging and accepting our own worth, understanding our needs, and treating ourselves with kindness and respect. When we love ourselves, we set the standard for how we want to be treated by others, and more importantly, how we treat others. The lack of self-love, on the other hand, can lead us down a path of negative self-perception. This is where we start projecting our insecurities, fears, and doubts onto others. We might find ourselves in a cycle of attracting and maintaining relationships that mirror our own negative beliefs about ourselves. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, where our inner dialogue dictates our external experiences. Dr. Dispenza's teachings encourage us to break this cycle. By nurturing self-love, we begin to change the narrative. We start to see ourselves in a more positive light, and this shift in perception radiates outward. It changes how we interact with the world, and in turn, how the world responds to us. When we are at peace with ourselves and appreciate and accept who we are, we open the doors to more genuine and loving relationships. And it all starts with forgiveness. Forgiveness is often misunderstood as a mere act of pardoning others, but its essence lies much deeper. It's about releasing ourselves from the chains of past hurts and resentments. When we hold on to negative emotions, they become heavy burdens, clouding our hearts and minds, and often, unknowingly, we carry this weight into our present and future relationships. And this is not how it should be, because if you can't forgive, you'll never have love.
If you can't forgive, you'll never have love.
Remember, it's not about condoning hurtful actions or forgetting the pain caused. Instead, it's about acknowledging the hurt, learning from it, and then consciously deciding to let go of the bitterness and anger that bind us to the past. Studies have shown that forgiveness can lead to better mental and physical health, reducing stress, lowering heart rate, and enhancing overall well-being. And so, in relationships, forgiveness is a powerful tool for renewal and growth. Holding on to grudges and past grievances can create invisible barriers, preventing us from forming deep and meaningful connections. By choosing to forgive, we open our hearts to new possibilities of love and connection. And then, You must learn to move from a state of survival to a state of creation. This shift is central to experiencing love in its fullest form. In survival mode, characterized by stress and selfishness, our focus is narrowed to immediate concerns and self-preservation. In contrast, a state of creation, marked by love and openness, allows us to expand our perspective and engage with the world and others more meaningfully. Survival mode is an instinctual response, deeply ingrained in our human nature. It's a state where our primary concern is protecting ourselves from perceived threats, whether physical or emotional. This mode is often triggered by stress, fear, and uncertainty. When we are in survival mode, our capacity for love, empathy, and connection is significantly reduced. In survival, it's not a time to create, not a time to love.
Because in survival, it's not a time to create.
No.
When you're in survival, it's not a time to communicate. It's time to run, fight, or hide. And when you're in survival, you're very selfish. It's all about the self.
In survival mode, our actions and decisions are driven by a need to protect ourselves. We become more self-centered, less open to others, and our relationships often suffer as a result. We may become defensive, less communicative, and more prone to conflict. This mode of operation can create a cycle of negativity, where fear and stress perpetuate more of the same, leaving little room for positive emotions and experiences. In contrast, a state of creation is where love and openness flourish. This state is characterized by a sense of security, trust, and a willingness to be vulnerable. When we are in a state of creation, we are more open to new experiences, more willing to connect with others, and more capable of experiencing love in its many forms. This state allows us to be more present, more empathetic, and more connected to our own needs and the needs of others. Then comes another aspect. The idea that our attention directs our energy is more than just a metaphor. It's a fundamental human psychology and behavior principle. When we focus on something, we give it power and energy. This focus can be on our thoughts, emotions, or the people and situations around us. For instance, if we constantly focus on past hurts or fears of rejection, we energize these feelings, allowing them to dominate our present experiences and interactions. Focusing on positive aspects is crucial in fostering love and healthy relationships. When we direct our attention to qualities such as kindness, understanding, and compassion, we cultivate these attributes within ourselves and attract them in our relationship. This positive focus creates a cycle of love and appreciation, enhancing our connections with others. Dr. Dispenza's insight, "You're the creator of your reality," is a powerful reminder of our role in shaping our experiences.
And you start believing that you're the creator of your reality, you stop trying so hard.
Our energy, dictated by where we place our attention, has a significant impact on our reality. If we focus on love, gratitude, and positivity, we create a reality that is rich in these qualities. Conversely, if our attention is constantly on negative aspects, we may find ourselves in a reality filled with negativity and dissatisfaction. The practical application of this concept involves mindfulness and conscious choice of where we direct our attention. It requires us to be aware of our thoughts and feelings, and to choose to focus on the positive deliberately. This practice is not about ignoring the negative aspects of life, but about choosing not to give them more energy than necessary. Furthermore, this principle extends to how we view others. If we focus on the positive aspects of people, we are more likely to build strong, loving relationships. This doesn't mean turning a blind eye to faults, but rather choosing to see the good in others and encouraging its growth. But that's not all. You must also overcome the past. This is where meditation and self-reflection become invaluable tools. Meditation allows us to create a space of stillness and awareness to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment. This practice helps us identify the narratives and emotional patterns we've carried from our past. Through regular practice, we can begin to loosen the grip of past emotions and gradually transform our inner landscape. As we change our internal state, our external experiences also shift. Because by changing our internal energy, our thoughts and emotions, we can change the reality of our relationships. And that's how we open ourselves to new possibilities of love and connection. Reflecting on your journey, what is the most profound insight you've gained? And how do you intend to incorporate it into your pursuit of true love? Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. While you ponder, take a moment to watch our previous video for additional inspiration. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.